Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again. And it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Thursday banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to listen to in the morning times, man. I promise y'all there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I just ask one thing, man. That's it. And that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it. That's all I ask. And we staying out the way because we setting good examples out here, man. We can't be out here screaming, staying out the way, then we out here wilding out still, like our past, or maybe like how we did back in the day or something like that. Nah, we can't be out here doing that, man. Like, if you're gonna scream, stay out the way, man, like, let's set a good example, man. Make sure that's how you moving every day, man. Now, I know stuff happens, and sometimes you get brought out your square, because it happens to me. But at the end of the day, we gotta see that how we evolve by making better decisions when it comes to those times like that, man. I think if the young generation can see us kind of like control our rage when it's time, and not always resort to trying to like really put in work off of something small, I think the younger generation will probably fall in suit. That's just my way of thinking, man. I could be wrong, man, but that goes back to just setting better examples, man. Like, I'm out here to set examples of how you can be successful without breaking the law, man. Someone that actually broke the law in his past and turned it around. So that's what I'm out here doing, man. So like, we got to set better examples out there. Let's show the younger generation that we can move smooth and be real dudes out here, man, no matter if we in the streets or not. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Thursday banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, and subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. What? It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Was Renting Us His TV. Part 1. Crazy situation, man. Like, renting anything out, loaning anything out, man, however you want to look at it, man. Like, sometimes, y'all, like, it's not really a good thing in penitentiary. It's not a good thing out here, like, but in there, it's like, it's too much liabilities, man. It's too many dudes that want to actually use your stuff. It's too many dudes that want to hold your stuff. And if something happens to your stuff, they can't afford to pay for it, man. That's what goes on in there. So you got to be careful about who you loaning your stuff out to all in one, man. So you got to be careful in prison when it comes to those things, because usually if something goes wrong with loaning your stuff out or renting your stuff out, man, it's usually violence behind that, man. So just to avoid all that, you can not come to prison, but just don't loan your stuff out, man. But with that being said, though, we are on Susses 2 for this one, y'all. We are on Susses 2. And I can remember being in 2C, man, in the beginning game. This is the beginning right here, kind of like, man. And like, you know, we finally able to get movement. We finally moving around in the pod. We finally able to get out this cell that we was in. Just imagine being somebody that got sent to prison and they put you behind the door for a couple of months, man. Like, you know, like I told y'all in a prior story, like, I think it kind of like, you know, it saved a lot of us in there. We was able to not get thrown into the pot, man. Like, you know, we kind of got there and sat and saw, then they put people together who they wanted, and we was fortunate like that, man. But, you know, coming to a new penitentiary, man, like, it was a lot of new things that I had to learn. It was a lot of new things I had to get used to. All of that, man. Y'all already know, like, you come to prison, like, you know, everybody be like, man, I can't wait to get there if I can get my music, if I can get my TV, this and that. That was the same thing people were saying when I was coming into prison. So it was like, I was ready for that, man. So when I got to Deep Meadows Receiving, when I left the jail finally, man, like, I got to prison, which was only the receiving, and I'm green to the whole system thing, man, but we couldn't order TV and music there. So, like, it was still, like, no TV and music. They got one in the pod, and that's what you got to go through. So, like, I still didn't have my own yet, man. So, By the time we got to Sussex, like the people that came with me, we came from deep metal, so nobody had nothing. I already know we came up there when the DC inmates still were there. So the DC inmates kind of like, you know, they had a lot of stuff that they couldn't take. And they used to give it away to a lot of the dudes that was from DC, a lot of the dudes that was from Northern Virginia. And maybe you could be from anywhere for real, man. Because a lot of those dudes just was leaving stuff in the trash can. At the same time, though, like, and with them leaving it in the trash can became a free-for-all, man. And like, the first incident I got in on Sussex was behind a TV, man. I got into it with a Muslim dude, man. And he was from DC, and he was claiming that was his joint, his man left, but it was like in the trash. So that was like the first incident I had got into over a TV. But even though everybody had like TVs that the people left, the DC inmates left before they went to the feds, like we wasn't able to keep those TVs, man. They came and took all the TVs. Like if it wasn't on your property list, they came and took it. And of course it wasn't on our property list because we didn't come up there with no TV. So with us having no TV, man, like it was weird because they started bringing dudes in from other prisons like Augusta and Buckingham and just different level 4s that was coming down to Sussex. And those guys had TVs. So like, it used to be like, you would hope you was in a cell with a dude that came from one of these other spots where you can watch TV at night, man. Like, you got to understand, like around this time, early 2000s, Uncut is major around this time. Like BET was a whole different channel. Like BET was nothing like how I look now. Like how y'all see now, if you're the young generation watching BET looked nothing like that back when I first got locked up, man. BET was a quality channel. Like you from news, I'm talking about from the news in the morning to the news in the night, from good shows to the nighttime good shows, the good movies. All of that, the whole nine, BET had it. And then on top of that, they had Rap City and 106 and Pop. Then y'all know in between, before those shows come on, they had Hits from the Streets. You know, all those teens, like it was just a bunch of stuff BET had. So like, the only time you will be able to get to watch that stuff is kind of when you was in the pod, or you might be close to the TV. You might get the dude to turn the TV to BET or something like that. Either way, you didn't really have a TV. Like I say, though, it was a couple of dudes in there that struck that was fortunate enough to have a roommate with a TV that came from another spot. So they would have TV. So we was just trying to figure out why they was dragging us so long because we was already off whatever lockdown they had us on, but we didn't have access to order no TVs. Now, the first thing they let us do was they let us order commissary. Now they brought everything back slowly to us, which I don't know why. We was just getting up there, but they let us order commissary first because at first we couldn't even order commissary. Like, so they let us order commissary. We order commissary, we get the sheets finally, we start doing that. So everybody start trying to write up why we can't get electronics yet. Like we need electronics. Nobody got TVs that came from where we from, especially a lot of people in my part. Everybody started writing it up. So they was like, they're gonna try to put it together, man. But in the meantime, there's no TVs right now. That's what the word came back. So we just was in there stuck through football season, basketball season, all of this with no TV in the cell. Like just imagine that, man. There's no TV in the cell. So I slept in cell 34, man. I slept in cell 34 around this time. That was the first cell I went to when I first got on Sussex N2C, but I slept in cell 34. Now, my roommate was a dude, man, from Yorktown, live wire kind of guy. Like, he didn't push the BS, but I guess he had the same stigma, kind of like, yo, I'm from Yorktown, which is Yorktown is kind of like the outskirts of Hampton and Newport News, if you know about Virginia. Like, that's kind of like the outskirts slightly. Like, you know what I mean? Yorktown, Williamsburg, they like the outskirts of Newport News and Hampton. So, like, he probably already feel like he's outnumbered from that if he got locked up in their jail, because I think he got locked up in Hampton. So he was the type of dude, like, you know, he wasn't scared. And he didn't really push nothing to nobody, but at the same time, though, he was already one of those dudes, like, if anybody tried him, he was going to set an example. That used to be his attitude. He used to tell me when me and him was in the cell. But other than that, me and bro was cool. He never really, like, pushed nothing, like, said nothing, but we just ain't had no TV, man. Like, we in cell 34, first of all, y'all. So, like, y'all already know, from cell 34, we can't, like, I told y'all, that cell is all the way in the back. It's all the way in the back. I wish I could show y'all how it's set up, but it's all the way in the back. From us coming, everybody else can come to their door and look out their window and see the pod. We come to our door and look out and see the closet. Now, it's a closet, then it's like the breezeway area where the trash can be at, then it's the showers that go to the left, then cells 35, 36. It starts like that. But either way, like, we can look slightly, we can't see nothing. We can't definitely see the TV. So we was really suffering from this situation right here of not having a TV, y'all. It kind of hurt. So boom. So I can remember they brought this dude in our junk. Now, the guys that was in there that they brought from other spots that had TVs, of course, they wasn't trying to, like, you know what I mean, let nobody know this they TV. Why would they? But it was this one dude that they moved in our block. And he was the type of dude I think he was from Northern Virginia, but he was the type of dude, he did a lot of gambling. Like, he come in the block, and as soon as we started going to commissary, of course, dudes cranked up the poker table and all of that. Like, I don't know how to play none of that stuff yet. This is early in my bid. So I see everybody, you know what I mean, playing, gambling. He was one of the dudes that came in our party, came straight to gambling. So he'll do a lot of gambling. He wasn't a broke dude, but he would do a lot of gambling. Now, this dude was kind of like an old head kind of guy. You know what I mean? He was real quiet spoken, like, you know, he didn't really like, he was more like, yeah, look, yeah, we gonna handle business like that, then, yeah, we gonna handle business, then, look, all right, tighten up. Yeah, that was his favorite word, yeah, tighten up. He'll be walking by everybody like, yeah, tighten up. Now, he comes straight in the park gambling, and I see his character, I see who he was, then he ended up losing big one day. So, like I told y'all, he wasn't a broke guy, but by him losing big, like, I guess he put a lot of his stuff into the gamble, so he slept in cell 30, was it 9 or 38? It might have been 38, but he slept around the corner from us. So he was the type of dude, when we go to commissary, he always watching. I'm green to why dudes did that back then, but like, rewinding the tape, like, he was super duper nosy. You could come to your door and wait for them to call your name, but like, it looked like you watching everybody else stuff if they ain't call you yet. So he'll be on the door. So he seen me go get my commissary, then they call my roommate right behind me. So both of us go down there and grab that $95 bag. You know what I mean? Big jokes, both of us. We got all this food with no TV, looking like a bunch of idiots. So we both come up the stairs like Santa Claus. I had to come up the steps like this. So I was like, I dropped that hand, I put it down, like, twist it back real good, get me a good grip. Went up the steps. I walked by the cell, he was looking right at me, he was like, and then my roommate walked by. I'm standing in the door, I come out and look. My roommate walked by, he was like, what's up? I guess the old head stopped him, you know what I mean? He's like, what's up? He talking, he like, all right, I'm gonna holler at you when we come out. Wait till we come out. And we go in the cell. When he get in the cell, he was like, yo, the old head I'm talking about. He was like, man. He was like, old head say he trying to holler at me on the good, on some business. He was like, what you think he talking about? I was like, I don't know. What do you mean? So I was like, well, you got something to sell? He was like, no, I ain't got nothing to sell. I was like, I'm joking. I'm like, he might want them cakes. But I'm joking though, you know what I mean? Pause. I won't even know pause if anybody. He like, what? He's like, man, old head to be out of here. He unalive. He tripping. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm joking, bro. He like, nah, I don't know what he want though. I was like, when I was walking by my commissary though, he was locked in on my bag. Like, I seen him look right at my bag. Like, he was sizing everything up. I said, I hope old head ain't coming off on no BS and nothing, because we new in penitentiary. So we don't know no better. We don't know what's going on. So he like, no, we gonna find out. So they let us out at the commissary. We come out. I step out. I walk out. I see my roommate come out, go downstairs. My roommate go downstairs. I see the old head. The doors are still open. You know what I mean? So I see the old head dude. We gonna call the old head Fonz. Now Fonz, bald head dude, typical old head, no facial hair game. He looked like he was scared of gray hair because he probably was already in his 50s. But he looked like he was scared of his gray hair because the man like Mr. Wonderful, man. The man had no hair on his head or his face. You know what I mean? But you could tell he was an older dude, you know what I mean? Real soft smoking. Yeah, we gonna do it like this, one of them type of dudes. So I see my roommate hollering at him, you know what I mean? He talking to him. My roommate was like, hey, T White, hey, go hold our door. I'm like, huh? He like, yo, go hold the door. I'm like, what's up? He like, man, go hold the door. So I go back up the steps. I'm looking out like, for what, bro? Like, what you talking about, bro? He like, man, go hold the door. So I see him go up the other steps. I go back up that flight of steps. So as I'm going up, I see him going up. And I seen the old head walking. Old head had a cool walk. Old head was like, I'm talking about old head had a mean joint, man. Old head walked just like that. Old head like, and he followed old head, so I couldn't see him no more once I got downstairs. So the lady was like, we're about to close the door. All the doors about to close. So I'm standing there holding the door. I look. She heard it. All you hear is the bottom tail closing first. I look. I just see my roommate come around the corner. He like this. He got a jacket. You know what I mean? He got a jacket in his hand, but I can tell it's something in the jacket. He come in and say, he like, the door closed. He was like, let it close, let it come. I'm like, bro, we gonna be locked. He was like, man, let it close, man. I was like, shh, let it close. Boom, door closed. I turn around. He was like, I look up on his bed. He opened the jacket up, got the cable cord. He got the TV. It was like a little black TV, y'all. I'll never forget this TV. And this was a black and white game. this wasn't even a color TV. This was a black and white game, but TV is TV around this time. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I don't even remember watching black and white when I was young, man. But at the end of the day, man, like back then, like watching TV was watching TV, black and white or not. I'm letting you know that junk started looking like color after a while. But I look, the TV, like a little black little TV, like it's like a little, it looked like one of those TVs or like the AM, FM radio on it. It looked like one of them joints that you will take on a camping trip because it had the little handle. It had the little handle to it that you can lift up and it's like a little fake, like it was a Bluetooth speaker in it back then. Like it was like that joint, like you can carry that joint. That joint went over like this big, black and white game. The picture on the joint, the little screen on the joint was probably this big. I promise you, man. Like the whole thing was just like, we was super happy though. When I seen it, I was having my roommate open the jacket up like that joint was gold. He was like, and I spotted them cable cords and I was like, bro, you got a TV? He was like, yeah. I was like, how you get that? He was like, nah, hold on, look. Oh, yeah, said he gonna charge us $25 a week to rent the TV. I'm like, $25 a week? He like, yeah. I'm like, you ain't trying to do it? He was like, bro, we missing Rap City every day. We missing 106 and Park, bro. We missing all this, bro. We missing that, missing this. We can't even watch the games after a certain amount of time, after a certain time, bro. Like, bro, I'm trying to do it, bro. I got my half, bro. What's up, bro? I'm like $12 and some change ain't really bad. You know what I mean? Like to go half. And I'm like, for the week, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's all he want. He was like, yeah, but he want the $25 now. I'm like, you sure this good? He was like, yeah, bro, we got it. We went to the store on a Tuesday. He's like, we got it till next Tuesday, unless we rent it again. So I'm like, man, let's do it. So I go in my box. I grab some stuff out. I'm like, man, we gotta get this, bro. Like, real talk, bro. Like, man, I ain't got no. Like, yeah, bro. As I'm talking, my roommate like this, he like, he twisted, he putting that joint in the wall. He cable cord in that joint. He like, he getting that junk right. I grabbed my food, threw it on his bed. I like, they go my money. He was like, man, how are we gonna watch it? Now he was on the bottom rack. I was on the top rack at this time. You know what I mean? The way they assigned the beds, he had the bottom, I had the top. Pause. So he got all the GP. I was like, yo, bro, how I'ma see it? He was like, do it like how we did it last joint. So the last joint we had on 3 boxes. He was like, when you lay down, put it on 3 boxes. That way it'll be stacked up high and I can lay down in my bed and I can still lean over and I can still see it. Or I can sit down on the little chair table thing when it's on 2 boxes and I can just watch it right there while he on his bed. Like either way, I was gonna watch the jank. You know what I mean? Either way, I was gonna watch the jank. And either way, man, we had access to a lot of stuff now, y'all, including uncut game, y'all. So boom. Man, we was happy, man. Like that kind of made the food better. Like when we make meals and come in the room and like maybe eat a sweet item game, you know what I mean? Like having a TV, man, just kind of like, it just made everything better. Me and bro was in there through all the lockdowns reading books. You know what I mean? Now we got a whole TV. Now the old head kept his word. He kept his word of he bring the TV out. Now he was in a cell with a dude. I guess both of them didn't care about TVs because when they was locked down, all they would do is gamble some more on lockdown. Him and his roommate, I guess. So they didn't care about no TV, which was weird. And his roommate didn't have a TV. So me and bro riding the joint, man. We got it. Like we straight. Dudes coming to the cell like, yo, where y'all get a TV from? We like, don't worry about that. They're like, man, who TV? Y'all done took somebody. We like, no, we ain't took nobody TV, man. What you worry about that for, man? So we straight. Like me and bro in the jump. Like pause. Like we watching Uncut. We ain't in there being the number one. We ain't doing that while Uncut on. But like just to be able to see those videos, man. Like just to be able to fight your sleep all the way to 3 o'clock in the morning game. To see those videos, man, like was nuts. This around the time they got tip drill game. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on around this time. So like we enjoying watching these videos. You know what I mean? So not just that. They had soul food, man. Soul food was actually on too, man. But I ain't talking about the movie soul food. I'm talking about the TV show soul food. People my age or people that probably just know about BET, period. They know what I'm talking about. That joint was a missile. It's a lot of actors in there that y'all see on the big screen on movies now that started on soul food, man. So like that joint was on and like just watching that was like you. That was, I think it came on every Wednesday or something like that. Like we was locked in on that. It was a lot of stuff we was locked in on because we was fortunate now to have a TV, y'all. So boom. Now having a TV, it kind of like brought out the best in my roommate, man. Like all the little attitudes he used to have, because my roommate just used to throw random attitudes. Like, you know what I mean? He'd be one of them dudes, he might wake up on this certain amount of day, and then the whole time in the room is like one of these Jones like, yo, what's up, bro? What's good? What's good? Ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Sit back down. They get up and count. He get up. Serious. He face serious. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Everything good? Yeah, I'm good. He'll be like that all day. I used to call that kind of like him going through his maniac mode. You know what I mean? We all go through that sometime. But like, bro, with the TV, he kind of was better. Like, he kind of stayed in the room more and he watched TV. And I would still go out to rec like I normally do. But just being able to stay the night with the TV is what I like. You know what I mean? So me and bro used to be in there watching that black and white joint, man. Like, that was the play. Now, the old head, he stuck to his word and he kept renting the joint out. We on week 3 now of renting this TV out. Now, on the 3rd week of renting this TV out, man, another dude in there that we used to rock with, man, and he was from Hampton, man. He was cool. He was an older dude. He was older than us. He wasn't an older dude. He was a little older than us. But he could tell he was one of those dudes that came in young. Now he like 30 something, you know what I mean? So he was cool. So he in there, he slept in cell 35. So he used to mess with the Lala. So he would have the Lala sometime, but sometimes he'll come in there and mess with the Lala with us. So he come in the cell one day because, you know, my roommate was kind of close to where he was from. My roommate from Yorktown. So he come in the cell. And he rolling up the Lala. So he coming in, he's like, man, I didn't even notice y'all got a TV in here, man. That's crazy. He was like, where y'all get this junk from? I was like, man, old head rented it out to us. He was like, who? He was like, old head Fonz. He was like, oh, Fonz. He's like, he rented his TV out. He was like, that's where he be at that poker table losing. That's why. I was like, man, I don't care. I hope he keep losing if I can keep renting the TV. He was like, man, this junk crazy, man. He was like, man, Fonz was the only lucky one. He was like, he started like bro was up there. He got up there when we was up there. We was in 4B. He was in 4D. Like they had, like, as they was moving people out, they was bringing people in. It was people there that was longer than us, that was there before us. I mean, so like he been on success just like me. So he know the dude. Like him and dude was in the pod. So he was like, man, Fonz, man. He was like, man, Fonz lucky, man. Fonz was the only one. Man, when the DC dudes left the TVs, he was like, man, he was the only one that beat the shakedown. I was like, how you beat the shakedown? He was like, because his roommate did tattoos. And he was like, his roommate was a tattoo artist and his roommate had a tattoo gun and was able to really put his name up there correctly. And he was like, the property officer that he got the lazy property officer, so she didn't check to see that if it was on his property list. She just saw that he was from another prison that was in Sussex. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, and he got away with that joint. He was like, bro, he was the only one in our pod that got away with the joint. So he was like, he still got the TV. So he was like, that's why he don't care about the TV like that. He was renting the TV out. We was downstairs because they was downstairs in 2B at first. So I'm like, man, that's crazy. I was like, man, that's crazy not to care about the TV, man. I was like, all I know is I care about the TV. You know what I mean? I'm a young dude. I'm like, I care about watching it. I want to watch it. So he was like, all right. So after we had on the Lala, he dip out. So when bro dip out, as he leaving, he dipped. Me and my roommate stayed in. Like he went on and hit the bed. I started doing something. I started washing my laundry in there. You know what I mean? But the TV on, watching the TV. And next thing you know, we hear, we're like, yo. We heard that voice. We already knew it was fun. That's how he come to, yo. He's like, yo. He was like, what's up? What y'all doing in there? Like, we chilling, what's good? He like, hey, look, I gotta holler at you. He looking at my roommate, I gotta holler at you. Roommate was like, he went to the door. So I guess my roommate put his ear to the door, but I'm in the cell, I can hear. He like, hey, look, right? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if y'all wanna rent that junk tomorrow, man, it ain't gonna be 25, man. It's gonna be 35, man. He said, man, for real, I need it. I need the money. And, you know, if y'all want to look out for me and throw me a tip, throw me a bonus, because I am letting you hold my TV. So I'm like, I'm behind the door like, throw you a tip, throw you a bonus. I'm like, nigga, I got a tip for your ass, nigga. You got down Sasha's head looking. I was ready to fry his ass up. I'm like, a tip or a bonus? He like, my roommate like, yeah, man. So like, if y'all ain't gonna rent it, I got a white dude downstairs. The white dude downstairs said he'll give me 50 for it, right? But if y'all do it, you know, just look out for me tonight. If y'all look out for me tonight, he switch up and I'm like, look out for you tonight? I thought I said, oh, this nigga losing. This is what I'm saying in my head. Oh, he losing at the poker table. Yeah, he losing at that's why he losing at this poker table. He like, yeah, look, throw me $20 a night. You know what I mean? We could put that towards, you know what I mean, with this TV. And I was like, look, man, sell me the TV. I just come out of nowhere, sell me the TV, man. He was like, I can't sell the TV. I can't sell the TV right now. I can't sell. What's your name, right? T. White, right? Yeah, I can't sell the TV right now. No, I can't sell the TV right now. We like, man, well, look, man, god damn, man, we gotta pay you to rent it again. He was like, all right, well, look, just go ahead and pay me now and just throw me the extra $20 for the tip. I'm like, a tip? I was like, bro, you keep talking about a tip. So they called sale break, so the door opened up, so now he in our door. I said, bro, listen. I said, you keep talking about a tip, bro. Why we got a tip and we paying you for what we get? He was like, yeah, but look though, right? Somebody else wanted, so price go up when somebody else wanted. Look, I'm just I gotta survive in here. That's all I'm trying to do. My roommate was like, man, we'll just pay you now, man. We'll just pay you now and give you the extra $20. But we ain't even gotta go through that and worry about that no more, man. Like we ain't gotta go through that, man. Cause like you trying to put somebody, you told me when I told you if I start doing this, man, I don't want nobody else to rent this but me while you in here. And you agreed to we could do that. And now you switching up. So I didn't even know my roommate made that deal. So I'm like, yo, Fonz a scumbag on it though. Like I don't know. Like everything he was saying, everything he was asking for, it was sounding crazy, man. But like y'all know we young. You know what I mean? We majorly intrigued with having an electronic device in our cell at the time because there was none at the moment. So like we trying to really pay just to keep this going on. We ain't trying to mess up what we got going on. So he was like, yeah, all right, well look, yeah, look, man, let's throw me $45. Yeah, let's throw me $45. Then he was like, T-Boy, you can make it 50, throw in another 5. So I'm like, man, what you losing at the poker table or something? He was like, look, stay out grown for business. I'm like, what? I'm like, man. So we start packing a lot of shit though. I'm like, all right. We get that shit together. You know what I mean? We get it together. And we get that man this bread, y'all. So boom. He walked away happy. I looked up, he was running to his sale. He was happy with that money. He dipped. You know what I mean? I don't care what he did when he went in. I didn't even check. I promise you that, man. All I know is this, man. We go to dinner and come back. We come back from dinner. Dudes was like, yo, man, it's all crazy, man. I was like, what? It was like, man, say word, man. Fonz got to arguing with the CO lady in the chow hall, man. The lady locked this dumb ass up. We like, what? It was like, yeah, she locked him up. It was like, locked him up for what? I was like, lock him up for what? They was like, man, I think he got a threatening joint. I'm like, a threatening joint? I'm like, man, go ahead, man. But the whole time in my head, y'all, I'm like this. This nigga gone? It hit me right then and there. At first it didn't. I'm like, word? I'm like, he gone? It was like, yeah, she locked him up. They were like, they walked on the 3 building. I'm like, man, get out of here, man. So just like that, y'all, Fonz was out of here. So boom. I go back immediately and tell my roommate, yo, bro, guess what happened, bro? Fonz went to the bank, bro. He say he threatened the lady, bro. You might know him. Get out with that junk. My roommate was like, oh, this our TV. Oh, yeah, he got our money. All that. We gave him the extra money. Like I felt where my roommate was coming from. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, you know, I'm listening, you know what I mean? But off the rip, my roommate claiming like, he like, yeah, that's our TV now. Yeah, we gave him that money. Yeah, we done gave him enough money. We gave him that money. We gave him enough money. I'm like, yeah, that's what's up then, bro. I like, man, look, he gone anyway. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, that's our TV. That's our TV. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody coming at us, asking us, talking about, he said, send that. No, he was like, that's our TV. That's our TV. So I'm like, bro, that's our TV. Say no more, my guy. So boom, I'm with you. Whatever it is, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm going to stand firm just so I can watch BET Uncut and 106 and Pop and all of this in Rap City, bro. I'm going to stand firm right there with you, bro. Win, lose, or draw, bro. We're not coming off this little stupid little camping trip little TV, man. We're not coming off this joint, man. This joint got the handle game and everything. We're not coming off it, y'all. We on buck mode. Like, not really on buck mode, but we thinking that, you know what I mean? Dude, out of here. We thinking this time is up. His time got to be up. You know what I mean? He got a threatening joint. We all know from the jail, to receiving to now, that threatening is no good. Like, it's no good. You don't usually come back from threatening. That's the case you usually don't come back from. So we thinking it's just a wrap for this guy. You know what I mean? So we go to child one day. It's been about a week. We go to child one day. Come back. We coming back a long way. We look up, like I be telling y'all how the windows is on Sussex. Like, when you coming back, the windows is right there. Like if you coming back and you gotta walk past 3 building, which is the whole, like the windows on the first boulevard is right there. But once you pass it, going back towards 2 building, or if you're coming back from the child hall the other way, going back towards 4 building, either way, like the back part of the whole, those dudes got windows too. It's windows through all of the joint. But like the back part got windows too. And then, but those dudes you can't really hear as good as like you can hear on that front boulevard, like I be telling y'all about. So on that back joint, like all you hear is, that's how it sounds when somebody be yelling from that window in the hole. You know what I mean? So we walking back 2 building. And my roommate walking. And somebody say, "Hey, James! Hey, James! Free James!" Dude was like, what? I was like, somebody calling y'all. I look back, I'm like, I just see somebody in like the 4th level up top. All you see, because they wear orange back there. I couldn't remember the color in one of my stories. That's what the color is you wear in the whole orange game. All you see is the orange at the top window. He like, you see the orange joint go back and forth. So we looking at the jump going back and forth. We like, they put something in the window. That jump said Fonz. He colored like he did a good job with that name. We like, dude was like, "Oh, that's Fonz." I was like, "Oh, that's Fonz right there." My roommate was like, he ain't even trying to hear it. He was like, you like, I said, "Man, I can't hear you." Like, my roommate just kept walking. We go back to the pod. We like, "Man, we ain't worrying about this nigga, man. You know what I mean? He ain't worrying about this dude." We go back to the pod. We act like nothing happened, like it was nothing. A couple more days go by. This time we dumped the child. I ain't trying to walk that way and see him or nothing. A couple days go by. Promise you, man. Looked up. They was like, "Yo, Fonz coming back in here." Promise you, hear dudes saying, "Yo, they say Fonz about to come back in here." Like, what? They was like, "Yeah, he getting out." I was like, "Hey, he coming back in?" He was like, "Yeah, he coming back in here. We got space." They was like, "He beat the charge. He ain't threatening the lady." So I'm like, shh. I go back and tell my celly, y'all know the count. "Hey, look, bro, they say Fonz about to come back in here. You know what I mean? He about to come back in this joint, man." My roommate was like, shh. My roommate straight went in the cell, start putting his shoes on. He was like, "When?" I was like, "He about to come back." He started putting his shoes on. I was like, shh. In the room too. Start getting scrapped up because I'm on roll. I'm like, bro, it is what it is at this point. We being young and idiots, but this is how it goes down in penitentiary, man. Next thing you know, you hear, I look, see Fonz coming in. He buckled the whole bottom tail. I looked up, he was coming up the steps like this. He was like, he came straight down the jump. He standing back there by the door like this. He like, he came back there. He was like, he looked past my roommate. My roommate had his back to our door where the window was at. He was like, "My TV still in there?" My roommate was like, "You got my money?" He was like, "What money?" He was like, "The money I gave you, man." He was like, "Yo, weak up on the money you gave me." He said, "Man, you went to the hole. That's our TV." Fonz said, "No, it ain't. They ain't y'all TV." My roommate said, "Man, you went to the hole, man. That's our goddamn TV, man." Fonz said, "If you don't give me back that TV, there's gonna be some problems."
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.